Today on CityCast Portland, we're embracing the dreamy summer weather we're having by revisiting a conversation host Claudia Meza had with Eden Dawn, author of the Portland Book of Dates, about planning the perfect summer date. Whether in town, on a day trip, or an overnighter somewhere magical, with a friend, lover, or anything in between, she's got plenty of date ideas, from picnicking to horseback riding on the beach. It's Tuesday, July 7th. I'm Julia Fiaioni, in for Claudia Meza, and this is what Portland's talking about.
So, Eden, it's been a couple of years since we talked with you about dates on the show. I've just realized we were looking back. We've talked about pretty much everything else but dates, and you have some exciting news to share before we get into today's picks, because that's your whole deal, is you're known for dates.
I am known. Well, I like to think of myself as a fun expert because sometimes people try and call me a dating expert. And I'm like, no, I can't tell you if the person you're with is good, but I can tell you how to have a good time with someone.
Right. So Portland Book of Dates, which was released, how long ago was that?
It came out in January of 2021, which means I turned it in February of 2020, which you might remember as being
the height of dating. Yes.
Yes, the last moment before all of humanity went locked inside and small businesses and the earth turned upside down. So a lot has changed since the first iteration.
And so now you're getting a 2.0 release.
Yes, Portland Book of Dates second edition is out August 26th. So it is not a completely new book. Why mess with perfection?
Oh, of
Do you know
course.
What I'm saying?
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
It's a facelift on it. So now in the new edition, everything is split up into 3 sections. One is kind of in town, any day of the week dates, real easy. The second one is day dates, like spend a whole day off doing an adventure. And then the third section is for overnighters.
Oh.
Yeah.
So the amount of time you want to spend with someone.
Basically.
Is it. It's like, where are we in our relationship?
Where are you in your relationship? But also, where are you in the week? You know what I mean?
True.
If it's like a Wednesday night and you want to do something fun, is probably not the time you're going to go for a hike on Mount Rainier, right? It just doesn't quite work. So we want dates for all different types of situations. And then any date that's going well can be turned into an overnighter. That's just science.
That is just science. Well,
that's just science.
Let's start with the in-town dates. What are, let's say, 3 that are on your list that you wanted to share?
These are 3 really good ones for right now, for summertime, because obviously I want to highlight we are in the peak of Pacific Northwest times right now.
Yes.
So enjoying all of the outside every moment we can. And also summertime, I love dates because you can do them for dirt cheap. All you have to do is be outside together. So first one is Crystal Springs Rhododendron Garden down in Southeast. Have you been?
Yes, it's beautiful.
It's so beautiful, right? And it's huge. I also like places that have a lot of room to spread out. So it's like nearly 10 acres. There are all these different nooks and crannies. It has little waterfalls and it has those beautiful bridges, fountains, a lagoon. There's just little corners everywhere that if you take a picnic blanket and you can sit down and have exactly what a rom-com date looks like. I always like nature watching on dates. I think it's really cute to sit around and they have herons and geese, and I've seen a bald eagle there. There is, I'm pretty sure, nutria in the lagoon, which are one of nature's silliest little creatures. But it's such a nice place to go sit and have a picnic. And you do it to your budget. If things are tight, pack PB&Js, you know what I mean? And go down there and hang out. Or you can get super bougie with it and hit new seasons for every deli item there is.
I want to say that every time I've been to Crystal Springs, the rhododendron garden, I can't say rhododendron, the rhododendron garden. Yay. every time I've been there, there has been a super cute picnic. And it's never like two friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always very romantic and it's adorable. And if you haven't been, you have to go. I think it's $5 maybe still to get in.
Yeah, it is real cheap to get in. That's a good point.
Yeah. So that's one. Well, you have another one at a wine cellar.
Yeah, I can't believe I haven't talked about this place because I'm obsessed with it. And I feel like I send people to it all the time. It's called Villa Catalana out by Oregon City. This couple bought an old, literally a hayfield, and now it is a massive Mediterranean garden. They built their home and the tasting room there are a replica of this 12th century Romanesque church.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Like, there are giant eucalyptus trees. There's a beautiful pond. There are greenhouses with rare plants, and twice a year they have a rare plant sale that is only one day. It is just so stunning. And even the little like conservatory that they have as the tasting room is like a rare plant room. And it's beautiful. Everything about it is so stunning. The first time I was there, they let you sit out and have a little picnic, and there were just like farm kittens running around like wild.
Aww.
I mean, again, I guess all my dates are eating and trying to spot cute animals.
That's
You
awesome.
found me out.
I love it. You found yourself out.
You found me out.
I'm glad that you're making these realizations because I believe that knowing yourself is growing. So
Knowing is growing.
Knowing is growing.
And now this one is not open all of the time. And Oregon City, depending where you are, that can be a 20-minute drive. It could be longer if you're in Northwest, you know, but they're always open on Saturdays, but they have events all of the time. I know in the summer they have a couple of nights where they have an opera singer coming out. So you can
Oh, they have an opera picnic.
and have an opera picnic.
Yeah, in August, they have live opera dinner August 17th at 6 p.m. and they have an opera picnic August 24th at 5:30 p.m. I do also want to say that it looks like this is reservation only. So go to their site. You can't just like show up is what I'm saying.
Yeah, for the special events, they're reservation only. And then they have the tasting room. And it is so worth it.
I'm going to go. You know what? I've been convinced.
Woo! That's my job.
Okay. The other one is, oh my God, and I'm so glad we're saying this because I've been wanting to ask you, Eden, do you say Sauvie Island or Sauvie Island? How do you pronounce it?
I am firm believer in Sauvie Island.
I am Sauvie. Wow, that silence was okay.
I mean, because here's the deal. I have nothing to back me up except for the love in my heart and 40 years in Oregon.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I believe you. Listeners, Sauvie or Sauvie, because I looked online and people are just like, oh, you know, I think it's always been Sauvie, but people are starting to say Sauvie because it's more correct, quote unquote, because it's a French, you know, Sauvie, you know. But I just say Sauvie because Sauvie sounds weird to my mouth. My sweet Latin mouth, you know?
What if petition to change it to Rico Suave Island?
Rico Suave Island sounds so much better. Okay, so anyhow, you go to Rico Suave Island. What are we doing here? That's a super cute in-town date, by the way.
Here's what I like is if you're trying to, you know, you get off work at 5 or something, or maybe you even kick out at 4 and you're like, I want to do something. It's too late to have a full day. What can I do that's so easy? You just drive to Sauvie, to Rico Suave Island, and hit Topaz Farm, which in itself is so cute. But, you know, they have their farm stand. They have the little grocery there. So you don't have to pack anything. You simply go there. You buy all your little fresh farm snacks. They even have like ice cream there. You just grab anything you want that looks good. And then you can just drive straight to the beach. So you don't have to do anything. 2 big barriers for people planning dates and having fun is one, they never know what to do. So it's like, okay, well, here's a whole book I wrote telling you what to do. Already one barrier removed. And the second is people think they don't have time to pack the picnic that looks, you know, like they've seen in movies growing up. And it's like, okay, well, then you don't have to do that either. Drive to this cute place where some of the fun is buying the things you like together. And then you just drive to the beach and sit on a towel and eat it. And
you eat
you
the
will
towel.
have a much better time. And then you eat the towel.
Okay.
And
that's a good date.
that's that.
All right.
So obviously there's lots of different areas that you can go to the beach there. It depends on your vibe. There's not really a wrong decision. if you get there early enough, depending where you go and what your vibe is, I also have to highly endorse how adorable I think a stop is at Sistis Nursery.
Oh my God. Sistis is so cute.
It's so cute. Look, plants are part of our culture, and a plant date is always a good date, but that place is amazing. It has wonderful, also cold hardy Mediterraneans. Here's a fun fact to tie them all together.
Yes.
After we fell in love with the eucalyptus trees at Villa Catalana,
you planted one.
We wanted one. We asked the owner where he got it, and he said, go to Sistis. They have cold hardy eucalyptus. And we went and bought one, planted it the year we were married, and it went from 18 inches to now it is taller than our 2-story house. In 7 years.
Wow. That's so awesome. Well, I do want to just heads up when you go to Sistis, please drive slow.
Yeah.
I feel like people don't understand. I've seen people drive really fast because when you're going in, it's going to feel like Jurassic Park. Like it's going to be like, da-na-na-na-na. It's very narrow. It's a shared road. Drive slow.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's take a quick break here. And when we come back, we're going to talk about some day trips that Eden is recommending.
A serious injury, catastrophic crash, or wrongful death can change your life in an instant. The legal path forward can be daunting, especially when the responsible party is a powerful entity. That's why having experienced advocates on your side makes all the difference. At Diamore Law Group, you're not just a number. You're someone with a team of attorneys committed to securing you full justice and working to ensure a safer Oregon for all. Led by veteran attorney Tom Diamore, the firm has spent more than 30 years standing up to corporations, negligent drivers, and corrupt organizations, conducting thorough investigations, working with leading experts, and taking cases all the way through trial, all at no cost unless they win. Contact Diamore Law Group at 503-222-6333 or visit diamorelaw.com for a free consultation. The cases that matter the most are the hardest to win, and that's exactly why they take them.
We're in peak berry season, and Grand Central Bakery, on top of their delicious hand pies and muffins, is debuting their brown butter almond tart with fresh strawberries, which sounds delicious. It has a butterscotchy shortbread base with rich almond cream baked into the crust and is topped with sweet local berries. They're sourcing them from Unger Farms, a 4th-generation family farm in Washington County, and the wheat for the flour is from Chimacum Valley Granary, which uses regenerative practices promoting healthy soil. All of their baking is, of course, done in-house, and Grand Central Bakery has been operating locally and independently since 1989. That's longer than our senior producer, Julia Fiorioni, has been alive. Now, you know we don't get to decide when the berry season ends, so you're going to want to try these tarts soon before they're gone. You can order online at grandcentralbakery.com or in person at any of their 8 neighborhood locations. All right. Well, how about some favorite day trips?
This is just a day, like on your day off, you get up together, you are committed to adventure.
To each other and adventure.
I don't care whether or not you're committed to each other. I care that you're committed to adventure.
Okay, go on.
So one I love, and I think we have briefly touched on before, is the Hood River Fruit Loop, right? 35 miles, scenic drive. You go through orchards and farm stands. But so you drive out to Hood River and pop off to where you would go to the Fruit Loop. And then you can stop at any of those little farm stands, grab more snacks. Again, the thing I can stress the most as someone who has been married for some time is I firmly believe 90% of all fights come from someone being hungry. So if you can always have snacks and treats around, immediately your relationship game is leveled up. So you buy a couple treats and then go to Lost Lake. We know it's so cute for a couple of reasons. One I really love is that it's non-motorized boats only. I feel like lake vibes get killed when you have the people who are too vroom vroomy. You know what I mean?
100%. Yeah. Because it also feels weird, like swimming, because you're like, what if I like go under and then I come up and someone cuts my head off with the blade?
Yeah.
What if that happens, you know?
And you're trying to have like a nice time sitting on stand-up paddle boards and gazing into each other's eyes, and then a jet skier just like splashes you with their wake. It's all a lot. So I like that it's non-motorized. If you want to rent any of the kayaks or rowboats from them.
Or bring your own if you're a lesbian. Go on, Eden.
Oh, great advice. Great advice. Bring your own if you're a lesbian, or make friends with lesbians that have their own canoes and double date. So
On the far end of each canoe, like we're
yeah,
that's so
why
cute.
not?
Oh my
That's
God.
cute.
Are you inviting me on a date with you and a shot?
Let's do it.
Oh my God, that's so cute. Okay, go
But the
on.
thing is, like, even if it's crowded when you get there, because it can be overwhelming when you go and the whole little beach is crowded. But if you rent one of the rowboats or have one, just paddle out away from everything. I promise you, it will only be mayhem for a minute. The other thing that I really like about this is hike around the lake is a 3-ish mile, which is a really pleasant, easy hike for most folks. You know, most able-bodied folks, like 3 miles is just like a nice and fairly flat, and go around the whole lake. It's really peaceful. The views are gorgeous. You get away from everyone. And especially if you drive out there and you're doing some of that Fruit Loop stuff, to stop and do a 3 mile in like a couple hour hike is just, what a lovely day. We live in such a special place.
We really do.
Wait, can I say one last thing before you go? On your way home, one of my favorite places to stop and have dinner is Solera Brewery in Parkdale, which is near the mountain. Have you ever been out there?
No.
Okay, it is just a little brewery. You know, they have the normal kind of whatever, burritos, burgers. I am not a beer person, but even I can recognize the backyard with the mountain there. Like, it literally looks like a movie set.
Aww.
It is possibly the most beautiful backyard I've ever seen at a restaurant. So if you were trying to impress the date and you go and you have your sweet Lost Lake day, and then you want to take them to this place and not tell them and walk them into the backyard for the most beautiful view you've ever seen, you're gonna get points.
Cool. Perfect date. Hood River Fruit Loop, Lost Lake. Then we hit Solera. I love it. The other day trip you mentioned is Tunnel Beach in Oceanside, because it's a great place to fly kites.
Yeah. So I don't know if you know this about me, but I am a pretty good kite flyer.
Oh.
This is one of my secret skills.
Did not know that.
Yeah. I mean, the key is to have a 2-handed kite, and then it's just about yanking left and yanking right and understanding wind, I guess. I don't know. It's not that hard.
You
but
don't,
I love to
okay.
fly kites.
You're trying to make it like a college course. You see.
You see, my special skill set. But I do love to fly a kite, again, as a person who champions funtivities in their lives. So Tunnel Beach is adorable. Oceanside is a really cute town. It's not as big as Cannon Beach and some of the places that I feel like people, or Lincoln City, that they gravitate towards. But at Oceanside, there is this 90-foot tunnel that's just carved through the giant rock there. I believe it was carved out in like the 20s. But you go through this little tunnel, which feels crazy that you're just walking through the middle of a mountain. And then you get to Tunnel Beach, which has these gorgeous views of, I think it's 3 Arch Rocks National Wildlife Refuge. It's this adorable beach. Other people aren't going there because maybe they don't know about Tunnel Beach. It's never as crowded as other places. And it's just really special. You know, it's a good agate hunting spot if you like to look for agates. The wind just kind of hits there because of the angle, which is why I think it's great for kite flying. But it's just like a really sweet day. You know, you can cruise out there in the morning, hit Oceanside, like a cafe for lunch, climb through the tunnel, go fly some kites, look for agates, you know, have a nice jaunt about, and then come home.
Yeah, I've been to Tunnel Beach. I know you have to hit it at a certain point or else the tunnel does flood.
Yes, it's true.
So you have to do it low tide, heads up. Don't get stuck in Tunnel Beach. Also, when you go to Tunnel Beach, when I went, there was just people with buckets everywhere because, as you said, it's a rockhound destination. People are there for the agates. And so what's so cool is I don't know what an agate looks like. I always think I do, and they're just like, that is sea glass. So I love going to the buckets and being like, can you show me what you got? And they're so excited to show you, you know? So it's really cool.
They are so excited to show you. A rockhound loves to show you their rock.
Yeah.
Here's a tip I learned from a rockhound up by Agate Beach, actually. And he said, shine a flashlight through it. If it's a rock, you won't be able to see through it. If it's an agate, it will light it up all pretty.
Okay. Well, so does sea glass, so that doesn't help me.
Can't help you with that one. Okay. I got no tips from locals on that one.
You're just like, be smarter. How about that? All right, now tell me about some overnight dates in your book. Give me 2.
Okay, I'm going to just go by the adventure, not necessarily the place to stay, because I'm still in summertime adventure mode. So if you have not gone out to Hug Point, everyone should go out to Hug Point, which is near Oswald West State Park. It's a big waterfall in the winter. This is one of the only times I would recommend going to a beach in a winter over summer to see the waterfall because it dries up to basically nothing in the summer. Do you know why it's named Hug Point?
I always thought it was like a rock formation thing, like it hugs a point. Which is very literal. That's what I always thought. Educate me.
I mean, you're almost there, but here's the deal and why this feels even maybe important now. So we had this one-term governor in the early 1900s, Oswald West, who declared that no beach in Oregon could be private land. And one of the ways he did it was he declared it a highway and said that the beach is a highway, right? So Hug Point is actually named because of the stagecoaches that at that area, because of the formation, had to hug right up next to it to get around without floating away in the ocean.
Man, and it's crazy because Hug Point is only accessible during certain parts of the day too. So that means that whoever was riding on those horses had to be like, time it perfectly.
I know. Yeah, you can only get in at low tide and zoom around that little bit real fast just with your horse and carriage. Every time I think of the beach being called a highway, I'm like, what a time to be alive that was.
One term.
One term, got some stuff done and got out.
Could you imagine one term and you get like an entire swath of the coast named after you?
A lot of other states have private beach land where you have to be a kabillionaire to own that beach and then no one else gets to use it, which is a wild thought to me that somebody could own beach.
Yeah.
So Hug Point is next to Oswald State Park, which is just an amazing state park. If you want to go hiking, you can go up the mountain there. You can take picnics and overlook the coast. You can go down, hike down into Short Sand Beach, which is where you will see surfers in their very thick wetsuits, which is always, I've grown up here my whole life, and every time I see an Oregon surfer, I'm still like, look at you. Look at you go.
Yeah.
And what I recommend, because you're going to spend the night out here this time, is pack your little dinner time picnic, get a bonfire going, and stay and have a nighttime bonfire because they are allowed on Oregon beaches. You have to check. There are certain areas and rules around, like you can't be near beach grass, which is obviously common sense. So like always check for what the rules are, and you have to put it out with water. You can't just bury it. But a nighttime beach bonfire together, I'm sorry, that's peak romance.
That really is. All right. Well, the last overnight date that you wanted to talk about was Oysterville in Long Beach, Washington.
I love Oysterville. It's so sweet up there. So Long Beach is in Washington. It's this, I think it's like a 40-mile peninsula. To me, it looks the most kind of like a California beach of the Northwest.
100%.
I love Long Beach. I think that the town there is so cute. There's lots of things to do. I love to stay at Sou'Wester, which is the little place that has all of the different RVs and a little communal area. But there's also the Adrift Hotel. There's a lot of great options for staying. And then just a few miles away is Oysterville, which is this little village built in the late 1880s, I think. And so you can park in this tiny little historic hub of a handful of houses that you walk down, and they all have like crushed oyster
Oh.
driveways and nice little gardens. And they have their little plaques that talk about like this house, belonged to Ned, who was building it for his bride to be. And then she jilted him and he never finished the house.
Yeah.
They get into the emotions of them. There's always a little like church that's open to the public with a piano. And I've been there and somebody will just be inside like playing piano. And it's basically the size of a tuna can. So you walk around, it's just really cute. And then there's the Oysterville Sea Farms, which was a cannery, and it's on Willapa Bay there. And there's like piles and piles of oyster shells, sometimes like as tall as a house. And they have this beautiful back patio where you can sit out and you can either buy a bunch of oysters and take them back to eat at the beach or go wherever you want. But you also can just buy some for right there, get a bottle of rosé, sit in the full sunshine. It's really, really lovely. So I love that one for during the day. Also, one other super sweet meal I really recommend is Pickled Fish, which is a restaurant that's at the top of the Adrift Hotel, which is right on the beach there in Long Beach.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Go on. Yes.
Look at your watch or your phone. Find out what time sunset is. Get a reservation at dinner during sunset. Take your crush and go and have this beautiful sunset dinner. And they often have live bands. I've been there when they've had like a Journey cover band. I've been there when they've had like Willie Nelson cover bands. But you can listen to live music. And if you are just sitting there and you watch the sun go down, again, I'm very good at encouraging romance. These are nice, easy things to do, and you will have a lovely time.
That sounds awesome. So Oysterville Sea Farms for the view to the bay and great wine and some oysters if you want. And then you have Pickled Fish. The restaurant?
Pickled Fish is the restaurant.
Mm-hmm. That area that like where that restaurant is just so cute. There's also like some cocktail bars around there that are really nice. But I know that you can also you can rent horses if you want to ride them on the beach, and that's
I've done it, girlfriend.
Yeah,
I have done it on a date.
Uh-huh.
Early before Ashad and I got married. One of our first double Leo birthdays we spent together. We went there where we do ridiculous things because our birthdays are 3 days apart, which gives us a good excuse to spend money and do adventures. And we rented horses and rode them on the beach. And I will send you a photo because
that's so cute.
It probably helped us fall in love and get married. It was so fun and lovely. And they were very kind to the horses, which is a big deal to me. I had a horse named Cher when I was growing up.
Oh, that's so cute. Well, Eden, thank you so much for all of these awesome ideas. I think we're sharing them at a perfect time. We have maybe a month and a half more of like real summer. So let's get these hot dates in, or let's get these romantic dates in, I should say.
They're hot. They're romantic.
Yeah.
Also, no reason you can't do any of these with a friend. You can go to the beach with your friend and ride horses. You can go get rowboats with we always say the concept of date is like, obviously we want people to have love in their lives, but also friends are love. Mm-hmm. So date means a time on the calendar that you are setting aside to do something nice for yourself and have a good time in your life. And that can be with whoever you want.
Well, that's all for today here on CityCast Portland. Thanks so much for listening. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more from around the city. Until then, see you at Slim's.